Now, we're starting now, folks. Okay, so the first hand of today is to talk about an opening bid. An opening bid of 2-no trump, showing 20 to 22 and balanced. And when you alert your 2-no trump opening, you should explain the range of the points. Pass. What did South bid with the South hand at all the tables? Over 2-no trump.
South did a transfer at our table.
Very good. Transfers is excellent. 3 diamonds is the transfer. And again, when you make a transfer bid, what are you supposed to do?
Alert
It. If you don't alert it, by the way, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And over 3 diamonds, what should North bid?
3 hearts.
They have to complete the transfer. And over 3 hearts, what should South bid?
4 hearts.
Very good. Now, there were lots of people who didn't play in hearts, by the way. So over 5 of the tables didn't play this hand in 4 hearts. And we should want to play it in 4 hearts. Because what's the value of the hand? It's not just the 3 high card points, is it? We've got a singleton and we've got a 6 card suit. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yeah.
So if you didn't end up in 4 hearts or you're not playing transfers, that's something with which you need to grapple with. Transfers enable who to play the hand?
Person with the high point.
The hand with 20 points, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So transfers gives the strong hand the opportunity to make it. Now, if you were on lead, what card should we lead from the east hand?
The east hand.
Yes.
King.
The ace of clubs. Absolutely spot on. If God is good enough to give you ace king, be good enough to put one of them on the table. Whatever your agreement is. My agreement is that if I lead the ace, what am I promising?
The king.
If I lead the king, what am I promising?
The queen.
And denying the
Ace.
Some people do reverse, they do the opposite, but that's called standard honor leads. And that's what I do. Now, what does West have in clubs?
Double.
A doubleton. So what should West play on the opening lead?
The 10.
So if it didn't go ace of clubs, small club, 10 of clubs, I'd play the jack now because it's the same, isn't it?
Yes.
Trying to give the impression that I don't have
Queen.
any more, that I've none left. But in fact, because West has played the 10, what will East continue with?
King.
And now they'll know, won't they? Now they won't be fooled by me playing my queen and my jack. What should they return on the 3rd round?
2.
And that means that they will ruff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you made 11 tricks, it means the opponents didn't get a club ruff. If you made 11, it means the opponents didn't take the first 3 tricks. But it wasn't your destiny to make 11. The opponents had the ability. Now, at this point, West is going to play a heart. And in 4 hearts, what do you need to make this contract?
Okay. 4 hearts, so you need 10 tricks.
Yeah, but you've lost 3 tricks, haven't you?
Oh, you can't lose anymore.
You've lost 3 tricks. So you can't afford to lose anymore, can you?
No.
So what must you do?
You have to
draw trumps.
To draw trumps first, very good. And as we draw trumps, we count. Okay? That's the basic part of the hand. But that's not only what you must do. Now, are you in the right hand or are you in the wrong hand?
You're in the wrong hand.
Because we have to draw the other trump, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we rough a diamond to come back to our hand. And even though it's not likely to be over roughed, what should we rough with?
The highest.
The high one, because it can't cost, okay? So we'll be careless and rough small because I did it in the play of the hand. Now we draw the last trump.
Okay.
Now what do we need to happen?
We need to take the king. We need to...
And you need to know that the finesse has to be successful or you can't make the contract. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So this is what, when you're playing bridge, you have to play in a way that gives you a chance. And what you do now when you play the jack is you say a prayer to St. Jude, causes, right? And if you were up at 7:30 mass, the finesse will be successful. And if you weren't, the finesse will fail. But it's a 50-50 chance, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the finesse, you need the finesse to be successful to make the contract. Therefore, what way do you play?
Back to your-
And to Jack.
Back
Very
Back to
good.
the-
You play the heart back to your hand.
to
And now you lead another spade. And if it worked the first time, well, it's very likely to work the
Second.
second time. Does that make sense with everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we play the ace and we claim at this point because we never waste everybody's time. So at the start of every hand, you need to think, where are my winners, where are my losers, and what am I going to do? If you made 11 tricks in 4 hearts, you shouldn't have. It means the defenders didn't take the first 3 tricks. They didn't get their ruff. If you make 10 tricks in 4 hearts, played by North, by the way, coincidentally, not played by South. Because you play 4 hearts played by North, making 10 tricks, you bid and played the hand perfectly. If you made 11 tricks, your opponents gave you a little gift. And if you made less than that or weren't in 4 hearts, well, we need to think about that ourselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah. May I ask
Okay.
a question, please?
Anybody can ask any questions they want. Shoot.
Yeah. May I ask a question? So, if partner doesn't recognise the 3 heart transfer, the 3 diamonds transfer, can the south hand bid 4 hearts?
No.
Right, that's fine.
If you forget, if one
Yeah.
person doesn't remember the system, you're scuppered. There's very little recovering you can do from somebody forgetting the system. And I'll give you a real life example. Many years ago, my partner opened 1 no trump, and I had a weak takeout in hearts. What should I have bid?
We take out hearts.
In
2
hearts.
diamonds.
Yeah,
diamonds.
of course, I forgot we were playing what?
Transfers.
And what did I bid?
2 hearts.
Yeah, and what did my partner say?
2
Two
spades.
Well, she said alert. And when she said alert, what did I say? Oh my God, I'm in serious trouble. And then she bid 2 spades, and I'd know where to go because I didn't have any spades. I forgot transfers. So what did she have to do? She had to clean up the mess and play in.
3 hearts.
No, I can't bid 3 hearts, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I made a mess, didn't I? I'm not entitled to bid 3 hearts. I forgot we were playing transfers, didn't I? I'm not allowed to recover from that mistake. I passed 2 spades and she went 6 down in 2 spades.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't recover if you make a mistake. If one person forgets the system, it's very unlikely you're going to be able to recover. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does perfectly. Thank you.
Okay. By the way, if you forget transfers, you won't forget them again. I never forgot them after that. For me, I never forgot.
Partner.
Pardon?
Now, board 2. Board 2, we have a pass by the east. We should have a pass by the south. Did anybody open the south hand? That pleases me. We should have a pass by the west, although lots of people might decide to open it because what position is this in?
3rd.
3rd in hand, non-vulnerable, is known as the 007 position, licensed to trill. Yeah, because your partner doesn't have an opening bid, do they?
No.
You don't have an opening bid, which makes it much more likely that who has the opening bid?
North.
Your opponents. And by you opening the bidding light, you might scupper them from being able to do what? Come in. Yeah. Now, it might well go on this hand. Pass, 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 pass. It could well do that. But 4th in hand, should North open the bidding?
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
It's 6 spades.
They're very
2.
good.
Yeah.
Very good. And what should they open the bidding?
2 spades.
Yes, it's not a weak 2, by the way.
1 spade.
No.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Why is it not 2? Is it because it's 4th in hand?
Exactly. You do not play weak 2s 4th in hand.
Okay.
If anybody says to you, you play weak 2s 4th in hand, that's a sign of incompetence. You can't think, first of all, think about it like this. If you've got 6, you can't have 6 points and want to open week 2 and fourth hand, because then somebody has 12 points.
Okay.
You can't, you see my point?
Yeah.
And for what is a week 2 trying to do, everybody?
Disrupt the opposition.
Right, so how do you disrupt the opposition when they've already passed, haven't they? There is nobody left to disrupt. The only person that's left to disrupt is you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So a fourth in hand, 2-level opening in diamonds, hearts, or spades, you can decide the range yourself. It can be 9 to 13, 8 to 12, 10 to 14, 11. You know what I mean? You can decide the range yourself, but it isn't 6 to 10. The range I play it is 10 to
14.
and a 6-card suit. And that means it makes it less likely for the opposition to be able to do what? Compete, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so fourth in hand, you do not play week 2s. You play them a different range of points. Okay, so what do we expect to happen? And by the way, if you didn't know this, what would I expect us to open?
One spade.
Absolutely perfect. Okay, and I'd expect it to go 1 spade. What do you bid with the south hand over 1 spade? Because this isn't easy, particularly if you're not playing 5-card majors. Huh?
Double.
You can't double with the south hand.
2 no trump.
1 no trump.
1 no trump, if you're playing weak no trump, would normally show 6 to 9, wouldn't it?
Yeah. No, 2 no
If you're-
trump.
2
Two
spades.
no, two no, well, but what if you're not playing 5-card majors?
2 no trump.
Yeah,
No,
2
2
no
hearts.
trump. Or 2 hearts promises 5 hearts.
3 clubs.
2 clubs, you mean?
3. Well, okay.
Why
depends on
would
your
you go
system.
3? No, why would you go 3 clubs? What's your system?
That'd be 10 to 12 points with 3 card support.
Yeah, so you're playing some form of
Yeah.
raise.
Yeah.
Again, if you bid that, what would you have to do?
Okay. Alert.
Yeah, you have to type in.
Mm. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
So if you're playing that system, that's fine. That's what that fits the hand. But some people aren't playing 5-card majors. Some people aren't playing this system. Yeah, this is the intermediate B class, isn't it? Not the
Yeah.
masters.
Yeah.
I like your style. Well, it's a good, by the way, it's a very good system.
Can I ask you one thing? Sorry, Thomas.
Yes.
If you have alerted in your box below, good evening, this is a blah, you know,
Doesn't
who we are,
matter.
and we're playing 3 big 2s, and then
Don't-
suddenly you
yeah.
open a week 2
You
with
still
10 to 12.
alerted. No. You alert whether you say week 2s or not, you're supposed to explain the bid.
Yeah, okay. So they can't
Right,
come back
so-
and say,
No.
Yeah.
You week 2s. There is no such thing as a week 2 fourth in hand. If somebody says to you, "Oh, you didn't alert, you're week 2 fourth," you don't. It's not alertable. It's not a week 2. There is no such thing as a week 2 fourth in hand.
Okay, perfect.
If anybody says to you, "I play week 2's fourth in hand," what do? Write it in your diary. Incompetent. Chalk it up. They don't know what they're talking about. And I'm serious about that. Fourth in hand, you don't play week 2's. Fourth in hand, you're showing the equivalent of a low-level opening bid. I told you what I bid it as, 10 to 14. Okay, but what did I do when I bid it? I explained it, didn't I? I didn't only alert it. I explained my bid. How could they complain to me if I've explained my bid? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so 2 no trump is a popular choice with this hand. And over 2 no trump, what should the north hand bid?
2.
3 spades. And that's where you should play.
Oh, I just gone out the door.
Can we mute ourselves, please?
I collect that for you.
This is what I'm talking about, folks, yeah? This will be all on your recording. Now, did anybody else bid this way? Now, if you're playing 5-card majors, you can bid differently. But if you're not playing 5-card majors, did anybody end up in game?
No.
Good.
No.
Okay.
No.
If you ended up in game, what's happened?
Light
One
one.
light one.
But we've got too high, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got
Yeah.
too high, haven't we? That's the problem. If you ended up in game in 3 spades, it's even close, tight enough to make it.
Yeah, I
They
took
should
my
put you
partner
down,
for
by the way.
dinner.
Look at this. It says if they lead a club, what should happen? 3 spades minus 1. If they
One.
lead a diamond, what should happen? 3 spades minus.
3 spade minus 1.
So if they make 3 spades against you, what have the defenders not done?
Their job.
Well, they're not their job, but yes, you know what I mean? Now, what they might do, what might they lead against you?
King.
Of hearts.
King of
And if
hearts.
they lead the king, that's not an unreasonable lead, is it? You've got king, queen, and 10 of hearts. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, if I was on lead, what do you think I would lead, bar having any other information?
King of hearts.
That's what I'd put on the table, and at the end of it, I'd curse my bad luck. But that's what I would honestly do, and I'll tell you is that. Now, if they had bid hearts, I wouldn't lead hearts. Okay, if they'd given me an inclination, but there's nothing wrong with leading the king of hearts from king queen. Okay, if you do lead a diamond or a club, well then the defense has to go like this. Let's just show you if you lead a diamond. Ace. Oh, sorry.
It's into your bed.
Now, if they play back a diamond, what happens?
The
You
queen
make it.
wins.
You make it. You make it. If they play back a club, what happens? You make it. They have to lead back what card at this point to put you down. Yeah. So it's very difficult to find this, you know what I mean? And the reason is you have to get the heart trick set up in your partner's hand before declarer has the ability to make the jack of clubs a winner. Because if the jack of clubs becomes a winner, what can he throw on it? A loser. So the defense needs to go like this, or you're likely going to make it. Now you need to play a club. And now they need to play another.
Heart.
And if you don't defend that way, 3 spades is always going to make. Did anybody put 3 spades down, or did everybody lead the king of hearts as expected? I mean, that's to be expected, by the way. And if they didn't lead the king of hearts, what would the suspicion be if they didn't lead the king of hearts? Well, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't somebody with king, queen, 10 not lead that suit? It's unusual, isn't it? Yeah. Well, the only reason could be they've misclicked, they played the wrong card. Maybe their partner has bid a suit. Maybe their partner rang them up and told them what suit to lead. Yeah. But if you must always lead the card which is most likely to give you the advantage. And if you don't lead the right card, the opponents will always want to know why. Okay, let's keep pushing on. Any questions on that board before we finish?
No.
Okay. Number 3. Again, it's a weak no trump if you're playing it from the south hand. If you're not playing a weak no trump, what would you open?
1 diamond.
Very good. Even if you're playing 5-card majors, you'll open a diamond. Even if you're playing 4-card suits, you'll open a diamond. Over 1 no trump, what might the West bid?
2 clubs.
It's a little bit thin, by the way. It's a little bit anemic. Why?
It doesn't have the suit quality test.
Jack. It does actually have the suit quality test. What's 5 cards plus 3 honors?
8.
But those 3 jacks aren't really worth any points, are they?
No.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's not, I wouldn't bid 2 clubs on this hand. I'd be a passer. But if the jack of diamonds and the jack of hearts and the jack of spades was a king, then I'd be a bidder. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't be a bidder over 1 no trump, even with the quality. I'd sit there quietly and hope they get to what contract.
3 no trump.
And then like a flash, I'd hope to take the first 5 tricks. Yeah. So I wouldn't be a bidder on this hand. 1 diamond pass, a reluctant pass from
North.
and now now we get to the crux. If you don't play two suited overcalls, what suit are you going to have to bid? Hearts, aren't you?
Mm.
Your longest suit. But if you could play two suited overcalls, such as Landy, Apstroke, what are the other ones? Anti, Cappelletti, modern reverse Cappelletti. They're all different systems. If you had a bid, what bid would you love to be able to make to show?
Your hearts.
And your,
Spades.
some people play this bid. What's that called?
Landy.
Very good.
Negative double.
Yeah, Landy. And that's effectively saying, partner, I have both majors, hearts and spades. You choose the one you prefer. Now, I'm not saying you should do it. I'm just telling you that there are many different defenses to one no trump. Landy is one of them, named after Sandra Landy, a top English player who invented the convention many, many, many years ago. Okay, I think it is. I might be making that up actually, but I think it is. All right. So if you don't play a convention, then you're stuck by bidding what suit?
Two hearts.
Or passing. But if you play a convention such as Landy or Anti or Abstro, there's millions of them, then you're able to show what you have, thereby two chances of finding a fit. And do you want to know what I would do over two clubs? Yeah. I'd say to me, partner, I don't like any of your suits necessarily, and I pass because my clubs are
Strong. Beautiful.
Are good. I pass. Okay, now if I didn't have good clubs, what would I bid over hearts or spades?
Not the West Hand, Thomas there, not the
Yeah.
South.
Yeah, the South will pass because they've opened
Oh
their
yeah,
bidding.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. So if my partner bids clubs, and I don't like either of their majors, I might pass with
Okay.
strength in clubs. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
And clubs is the best contract, isn't it?
yeah.
You lose one diamond, one heart, and one spade in clubs. That means you can make 10 tricks. Yeah. But you can't make 10 tricks in hearts. You can't make 10 tricks in spades. You can't make 10 tricks in diamonds. If you play in diamonds, I'd be worried, by the way. That's a 3-1 fit. Only internationals would ever play in diamonds. Nobody else would. What did you end up in on this board?
Two clubs.
One no
Very-
trump.
Three clubs.
Okay. So you can see, did lots of people bid two clubs?
Yep.
And over
But
two,
I did it on the
Yeah,
overcall.
yes, absolutely. And then over the overcall, what did your partner continued to bid, didn't they? That's
He
why you
raised
ended up in
three, yeah.
3 clubs, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But had you passed, you'd only end up in,
Two.
Two.
now it doesn't matter on the board, okay, because you can make 10 tricks if you play it really well, or 9 certainly, so it doesn't matter. But you don't want to be stretching yourself too high. And I quite agree with East bidding on after a 2 club bid. In fact, I'd probably be nearly going to game if I was East. That's being honest with you, okay? I expect a little bit more vulnerable than 9 points in my partner's hand for overcalling at the 2 level vulnerable. Do we open a week 2 with the West hand?
No.
Why?
Because you don't have two.
I'm a dealer.
Yes.
That's the bid.
Very good. Some people, absolutely, I agree with you. Some people won't open a week 2 first in hand because the quality of the suit isn't great, and because they've 2 aces. That's another reason they might not open a week 2. But some people might open a week 2, and if you do open a week 2, what must you do?
Alerted.
Okay, it won't go in because I'm in all the seats, but you saw me typing it into the explanation box. But I absolutely don't disagree with the pass. What will the North hand bid? Pass. I'm not a bidder with that point, but I am a bidder with this hand, 1 spade. Pass from the South. What do you bid with the West hand?
Hearts.
Very good. 6 hearts and 9 points is just enough to change it at the 2 level. Pass. And by the way, what does your partner know now?
That's your 5 hearts.
No. Yeah, but what else?
You don't have opening points.
You
They
don't
know
have
you don't.
spades.
They know you don't have six good hearts.
Yeah,
If you had 6 good hearts, what would you have done?
open 2 hearts.
So they know you don't have 6 good hearts. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Now, what will the West hand bid over 2 hearts?
2 spades.
Yeah. Sure, why wouldn't they? They have to bid, do they? They don't actually have to bid. 2 hearts. No, 2 hearts can be passed. Why?
Because they have support.
No. But why can East? Yes. Why can? I'm not saying East will pass. I'm saying if East can choose at this point to say, I know game isn't on and I'm happy with hearts, what can they do? No, I'm not saying they will do that on this hand. I'm giving you the option because they know their partner's limited to a many points. So if I've got 11 points, if I have 10 or 11 points and I've opened light, well, I'm not going to continue to bid because I know we have a fit and I'm happy with where we have. But it's only because my partner is a passed hand. Passed hand. It's not responder. They passed before they responded, didn't they?
Yes.
But is a change of suit not forcing?
Yes, unless it's by a
Passer.
Now it's forcing, but that doesn't mean East has to bid. East knows the value of their hands, don't they? If East has 11 points, is game on?
No.
No.
So why would East have to bid? A change of suit is forcing, but not by a
Past hand.
correct. Okay, East can decide, I don't have game and I have a fit in hearts. What can they do?
3 hearts.
Yes.
They can decide to do that, but only because West is a.
Passed hand.
Now on this hand, I wouldn't do it because I don't have a fit in hearts that I know of. And I've got a 6-card spade suit and I have 14 points, which means there's still a possibility game might be on because my partner might have 10 or 11. So I won't pass this case. I'll bid 2 spades and that's where I expect it to be. All right?
Yep.
Doesn't work out well for us, does it?
No.
There's a bad L break going on in the L spades. And they've got the winners in diamonds to take. So you should, on this hand, you should fail in 2 spades.
Yep.
You should lose 2 diamonds and you should lose 4 spade tricks. So if they make 2 spades, it means the defenders didn't defend accurately. Yeah, didn't defend accurately. Very good hand. Looks like passing 2 hearts might have been the right thing to do after all, doesn't it? Well, you won't make that either, by the way, just so as you know. Or you might not make it. It's going to be tough. Okay, number 5. Now, again, ask any questions at any stage that you want. I'm not a bidder with the north hand. I'm not a bidder with 11 points. Okay? It's a bit poor. It's actually not that bad a hand because you have 2 10s, but because I'm vulnerable, and also particularly if you're playing a 12 to 14 no trump, I'm not a bidder. If I was playing strong no trump, there'd be lots of people who'd open this hand. If you are playing strong no trump and 5-card majors, what do you have to open the hand?
11 points.
No, if you're opening it, I said I 1 diamond, or if you're playing a Doubleton club, you open it 1 club. Again, if you're playing 5-card majors, what does that change? Everything else about your system, doesn't it? Yeah, but I'm a passer, and I'm also a passer with the East hand.
Sorry, if you play weak no trump, why would you even consider opening with that? Because it doesn't meet.
I wouldn't.
Don't have 12 points.
I wouldn't consider opening with it.
All
I
right.
said if I was playing weak no trump, I wouldn't consider opening it. Is what I said.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I said if I was playing strong no trump, people might decide to open it, but I wouldn't. Playing weak no trump. All right. Just 1 second. Sorry, I crashed the table. I hit the wrong button by accident. we're
I
back.
was wondering what was happening.
Yeah, but I knew what was happening. Thank God. Luckily. I just pressed the wrong one click and this thing goes bonkers.
I know, tell me about it.
I know. Pass. I wouldn't open with the east hand either, because that doesn't fulfill a weak no trump, does it?
No.
Yeah. I wouldn't bid with the south hand, but with the west hand, what would I bid?
Well, no trump.
Yeah, 12 to 14 balanced, non-vulnerable. and I'd hope that my partner doesn't invite me. Although with 11 points, what might they do?
No.
Yeah, showing 11 or 12, depending on what your system. And now your partner will go, West will go, I'd like to take back my your 2-note trump partner. Can we just go to 1-note trump? You always want to go back to 1-note trump if your partner refuses the invitation, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now on this hand, we shouldn't have any problem. Okay, we've got how many winners in spades? 4. How many winners in hearts?
2.
That's 6. How many winners in diamonds?
1.
And, well, 1 but if the finesse is correct, 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, what do they lead against you?
Spades.
Yeah. So you win a spade. And what way should we play this hand when we win the spade? Should you play the jack or the ace?
Ace.
Why?
Because then they'll think you don't have the king queen.
Trying to give you the impression, won't they? But they shouldn't be fooled, because on the ace of spades, what should South play?
5 of spades.
The smallest one they have, telling their partner what?
I don't have the queen.
I don't like it. I don't like it. So you might think I'll play a card giving the impression. What can South tell their partner? I don't have anything good in
Spades.
So therefore they'll know where all the spades are. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now what suit should declarer play next?
Clubs.
Very good. You don't need to finesse the diamonds if they play clubs. Okay? If they play clubs, if you play clubs, you're establishing a winner by force, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
The ace king queen will mean that the jack will what?
Be a winner.
So you don't want to put all your eggs in the basket of the finesse being successful. Okay, so I would play a club, small, 9, and they win. Now they should know not to play a spade from their partner. And if they play a diamond, you're getting an extra trick. Well, what might they play now?
Their heart.
Go back to the heart and you win. And what are you going to do?
Play another club.
You're going to continue what you're doing, because you don't want to play a diamond. The diamond could be a disaster for you. And when they win, what are they going to play now? Oh. Give the heart. You have to give something to what?
To win.
Get something. And when they play another club, and this way then, oh no, sorry, that's the wrong card. Throw the winner. Look, I make it so good and then I throw the winner. That's how silly I am. And now if they play a heart, you're going to get 2 heart tricks, aren't you?
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter to you, because if they play a heart, you're going to lose. And then when they play the other heart, you don't need the finesse to be successful. Does that make sense? Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, I made one mistake, by the way. What mistake did I make? Somebody should be able to tell me what mistake I made.
Through the queen of diamonds.
No. I didn't play the jack of.
Spades.
Now if they lead a dime, I'm locked out. I won't make 8 now. Okay. Now, if they lead a diamond, I can't get back to my hand because I haven't unblocked the spade.
That's what happened.
Yeah. But isn't it amazing? I did that just by, I don't look at the boards before I do them, lads. These boards are coming fresh to me as if I'm playing in a tournament. Okay, the only board I look at is the one I put in as the teaching board. I don't look at any other boards. So look what happened. By me not unblocking the king of spades, what do I now have to do?
Lose the spade.
Well, lose the spade. Okay. So if you can see sometimes that by me going through, somebody said there on the Zoom, oh, that's what happened to me. Well, if it happened to me and I'm looking at the cards, it can happen to everybody, can't it? We have to be careful in what we're doing. Okay.
Just as a
again,
matter of interest,
yeah.
I think I made 3-0 trump there, 2-0 trump +1.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah.
That can absolutely happen when you're in 2-0 trump and you squeeze an extra trick and the opponents throw the wrong card. Absolutely. But as you saw, if the opponents work out that spades are gone for them, what can they do? Set up an extra winner in hearts. In hearts.
In her.
Hearts.
In hearts. Because they have to drive out the aces. Clubs, the king of clubs, and
sorry, thanks very much.
And the queen. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Can you mute yourself, please? Now, East isn't an opening bid of 2 spades, are they?
Oh, yes,
Vulnerable, first in hand, only one honor, not a weak 2 in spades, not a weak 2 by South, a pass, a 1 heart bid by West. What do we bid with the North hand? Anybody?
Double.
Very good.
Double, yeah.
Very good. Showing shortness in
Here, do you want to look at
support for the other. Yeah.
Yes.
And opening points. Now, what will West bid?
1 spade.
Why wouldn't you? You have 6 of them. What should South bid?
2 diamonds.
Very good.
Diamond.
What will East West bid?
2 hearts.
And
Hello, yeah.
North might bid 3 diamonds.
No,
But
it's yeah.
Can you mute yourself, please? Whoever's talking, and have somebody in the background, please. Okay. Now, North might bid 3 diamonds, but I don't like it. 3 diamonds should show a little bit of a stronger hand. What's the devaluation from the North hand? Queen of
Hearts.
Doubleton Queen in their suit isn't full value. Does that make sense?
I think about it.
Okay, but it might go pass, and this hand might bid
Yeah, okay.
3 diamonds. Yeah.
Thomas, why would North not bid 3 diamonds? Because they're bidding to the 5th, surely.
You've told no, but you haven't anything extra. You've got a minimum opening bid for doubling, haven't you?
Yep.
So by North bidding 3 diamonds, what are they showing if they continue to bid? Better than minimum doubling, aren't they? Now, do they have a better than minimum double? No. Okay, that's why I'm saying to you, it shouldn't be North who bids. Who should it be who bids?
South.
South has 8 points. South has a singleton and South has 5 trumps. South is entitled to bid
1 heart.
3 diamonds. Continue to bid. Their partner told them they've opening points. So North shouldn't bid again. How many losers does the North hand have, everybody?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
6.
Well, a 7 there. 7. 2 in hearts, 2 in diamonds, 2 in clubs, 1 in spade. A takeout double promises 7 losers. How many losers has North got? 7. They don't have any. They don't have a better than minimum double. So honestly, I know that lots of you are going to say, I bid 3 diamonds, Thomas. I'm telling you that that's not right. I'm not saying you shouldn't be in 3 diamonds, but it shouldn't be the North person bidding it. 3 diamonds there says I have a better than minimum double. Better than minimum. Okay, even opposite a free bid by your partner. Okay, it's better than minimum. If that Queen of Hearts was the Queen of Diamonds, now you'd have a 3 diamond bid. If that Queen of Hearts was the King of Clubs, now you'd have a 3 diamond bid. It's because the Doubleton Queen isn't full value, is it?
No.
Okay, everyone happy with that?
Yeah.
Can I just go back?
Yeah, just 1 second. Who bid 3 diamonds? And what happened after you bid 3 diamonds? Where did you end up? Who bid 3 diamonds? Like there was a
Me.
It went down, man.
But where did you end up after 3 diamonds?
Nowhere.
You in 3 diamonds, was it?
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's the
think we finished
well,
in 3 diamonds.
Okay, so you lost a spade, a heart, and 2 clubs, and 3 clubs maybe. Yeah. So by bidding 3 diamonds, we ended up a level too high, didn't we?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying you won't get a good board for that. Who else wanted to ask a question before
I did.
interrupt you?
I was just going back. I missed it. Why would East not have opened two spades, a disruptive week
No,
two?
but it's not a disruptive. Some people play week 2s showing a decent quality suit.
Which you has.
Well, I don't agree it's a decent quality suit. You've got 5 points in your hand and you're first in hand vulnerable.
6 points.
No, did you think the jack of clubs is a point, do you? A doubleton jack is not worth a point, is it?
Not really, no.
Right, no, not really. So again, I don't mind if people open week 2s with the East hand. I said it to you.
I didn't check. I missed that.
Many people open week 2s with bad quality suits. I don't. First or second in hand, if I open a week 2, my partner will know that I have 2 of the top 3 honors. Third in hand, would I open this a week 2?
Yeah.
Yes. Third in hand, the principle doesn't apply. But first or second in hand, I like my week 2s and my preemptive openings to be a little bit better. Quality, does that make sense?
But Rory, against
Thomas,
us, it's
Thomas.
opened. Sorry, Thomas. It was opened as a week 2, and they got the contract. I mean, what would North South do in the situation?
There's nothing they can do on this.
Right. Okay. Okay.
If it goes week 2 from spades, pass, I would expect it to be.
It did. Yeah.
Now, just because the bid works out and you get a good board doesn't mean it's the right bid. And I'm not saying, I've got to be clear, I'm not saying that 2 spades is wrong. I'm just telling you that some people in the world, when they play week 2s ahead of their partner, have a principle that the quality of the suit must be better. Other people don't do that. It's not right or wrong. All right?
Okay.
It's a question of style.
Thomas, what do you call a good quality suit? Because
2 of the top 3 honors.
What about 3 of the top 5?
Yeah, I would if I had a proper hand, but I don't have, and I'm vulnerable. You don't have 6 to 10.
Okay.
Thomas,
You don't have. Yeah, go on.
Sorry, we were the couple that opened the week 2s in the spades, and they went to 3 diamonds north, and I went to 3 hearts and made it. Was that totally wrong, going to 3 hearts?
No, it was lucky because you found the fit. You already had a fit and you found another fit. So yes, was it wrong or was it lucky? Yes, it was. Okay. But I can understand why you do it. Yeah.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, because I want. Yeah.
So what does a week 2 show?
6 to 9 points.
6 to 10 points, right? But it's supposed to be 6 to 10.
And 2 honors.
No, well, that's a prince that you don't have to have that, right? But 6 to 10 are supposed to be working points. Is the jack of clubs a working point?
No.
No, I'll be honest with you, right? I'm going to tell you certain things at certain times, and you might not agree with me. But I'm going to give you the benefit of my expertise and my experience. Right?
Yeah.
Opening week 2s first in hand, vulnerable with that hand is more likely that you're going to get a bad board over your lifetime. Okay? If that jack of clubs became the queen of spades with the jack of spades, I'm opening it, right? Because now the quality of my suit is better. When you're at the bare minimum first in hand vulnerable, you have to have in my opinion, you have to have a proper hand. Other people will tell you different things. I'm just giving you the benefit of my experience. Third in hand, I open weak twos even on a 5-card suit.
Okay.
First or second in hand, I don't open them unless I've got the proper range with all my points working and 2 of the top 3 honors. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. Now we're going to keep pushing on.
Yeah.
1 club from the south. This is a very interesting hand. Pass from the west. 1 heart from the north. Although, what might some people bid with the north hand? A strong jump shift. But the problem with a strong jump shift is you've actually got 2 suits, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, is that the way the auction operated so far?
Yeah.
Now, did you end up in slam?
Yes.
Well, if whoever ended up in slam, very well done. That's excellent bidding. What did the north hand bid over 1 spade?
4 no trump.
4 no trump. Good. I like that. Now, what does this? Oh, sorry. What does the south hand respond? Do they show they've 3 aces?
Oh,
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Why-
because they have a void.
No. You never show a void as an ace. Your partner didn't ask you, have you got a void? Did they? What did they ask you?
Many aces.
Well, how many aces have you got?
2.
2.
So what do you tell them?
Or spades.
Well,
5
whatever the number of aces you have is. You do not bid a void as an ace in Blackwood. Okay?
Yeah.
You do not bid a void as an ace in Blackwood. Now, when your partner bids 5 hearts, what will you bid over that most likely?
5 no trump.
No, you're missing an ace, aren't you?
No.
What
No.
you? Oh,
No,
you're
you
not
have
missing. Sorry. No, okay, you're not missing an ace. Very good. Apologies. But you don't have the queen of spades,
Spades.
do you?
No.
So you can't be in a grand slam unless you have what in trumps
4 aces.
and
King.
The king.
ace, king, queen of
Trump.
trumps. Because you could be missing, the only 3 points you might be missing on this hand is the queen and jack of what? Spades.
Yes.
You could have 37 points, couldn't you? And you're missing the queen and jack of spades and you're going down in a grand slam. What do you need to have to make a grand slam in trumps?
Ace, king, queen.
Of
Trumps.
trumps. So that's why I don't go looking for the grand slam. Okay? Now, did everybody end up in 6 spades?
No.
Okay, that's okay. What does 6 spades require? What will make 6 spades go down?
Sorry, Thomas, can I just ask how you know that you're missing the queen? You don't know.
But
that your
how can you
partner-
ask? How can you find it? North doesn't have it, do they?
No.
Can North ask South, have they got it?
Depends on the key
Can they?
card.
I don't know.
No, I'm asking you. It's your system, lads, not mine. Can
No, well,
North
we
ask
just played
South?
Blackwood showing for
So
kings
then
and
you
aces.
can't ask for the
No.
queen, can you? So
No.
you can't know you have the queen in your partnership, can you?
No.
Now, if you're playing Roman key card Blackwood,
Blackwood, yeah.
if you're playing Roman key card Blackwood, what did South tell them they have? 2 key cards without the. Well, we know we don't have the queen of spades, do we?
No.
Yeah. If you're playing Blackwood, you can't find out about it. And if you're playing Roman key card Blackwood, I told you I didn't have it. You don't have it as North. Do we have it?
No.
So whatever way you look at it, you can't go to the Grand Slam. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, to answer to go back to the question, what does North need? What will beat? What will beat 6 spades? A bad break in
the lead
in spades.
Yeah.
A bad break in spades is likely going to beat 6 spades. But what are the odds of a 3-2 trump break?
50-50.
No.
It's the most likely.
68%. And you can also cope with the 4-1 break if they're on your right-hand side, because you've got the ace, the 10, and the 9. So that means your odds
Not bid.
Your odds
That's
Your
only
odds
3 times.
are about 75% that 6 spades will make. That's a good contract, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not a good contract for 7 spades. 7 spades hasn't a snowball's chance in hell on this hand. You might make it if you're very lucky, if somebody has the Queen Jack Doubleton of spades, but that's not very likely. So again, to be in a Grand Slam, you need to have all of the aces and hopefully all of the kings and the ace, king, queen of trumps.
Can I ask you?
We're going to have to push on, or this will be 2 hours.
Sorry,
but yes,
Thomas,
shoot.
Yeah, just one
would the lead
question.
be on that one, on board 7.
I need a trump.
Many hands.
From the west hand, I'd lead a Doubleton trump.
Can I ask?
Yes, there was 2 questions.
Why did you bid for no? Can you bid for clubs looking for aces?
No, we don't play Gerber. I don't play Gerber when suits have been bid. It is incorrect to play Gerber when suits have been bid.
Why?
Because the man who invented it told us not to do it that way. That's why.
And if you
You wouldn't
do
do a splinter bid.
Well,
You wouldn't do a splinter
you
bid of
could,
4
if you're
diamonds.
playing splinters, you can do that, yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
But that happened at our table. Somebody bid 4 clubs, which I obviously I knew they were looking for aces. But
Well, no. What should they have done?
But they
should have
bid for no
told you.
trump.
No, they should have told you that 4 clubs was asking for aces.
So they should have alerted it.
Should have alerted it.
Yeah. Okay.
So whoever didn't alert their Gerber should have alerted their Gerber. Your job is to alert your opposition of what you're doing, not them to ask you. By the way, your job is to alert them. And if you sit down at the table and tell them at the start, I don't care, your job is still to alert it when the bid comes up. You are duty bound, obliged ethically to do this. 7 and 5 is 12 and 3 is 15. I'd be opening this a heart. If I'm playing weak no trump, I'd be opening it a heart. If I'm playing strong no trump, I'd be opening it strong no trump. Pass. I wouldn't bid with this hand. Now, if I was playing 5-card majors, I might stretch a 2-heart bid, but I wouldn't bid with this hand. And what will we bid with the south hand?
1 spade.
Very good. Very good. Now, the quality for overcalling 4th in hand isn't the same as overcalling 2nd in hand. Bidding 4th in hand, when the bidding goes bid, pass, pass, is a unique situation in bidding. It's called the protective position, yeah? And the rules for overcalling and bidding aren't the same as the rules for overcalling and bidding in the north seat. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it should go pass. I bid 2 spades. Pass, pass, pass. What did you end up in on this board?
2 spades.
Very good. Very good. So you can see, I mean, I generally have a little flavor for what's going on, don't I? I generally get to what some people get to. Yeah, not everybody, but generally what some people get to. Now, that's a reasonable way to play that hand. If you were playing 5-card majors, it might be better because then if you bid 2 hearts, you might end up getting to play the contract. How many tricks did you make in 2 spades?
Made it.
Very good. Well done. Well done. Okay, we have to keep pushing on because we've 8
Hold
boards.
on, Thomas, 2 spades only makes 18%.
Why?
You know?
One person made 1 spade plus 3.
Because there you go. And obviously other people were getting too high and giving them. I mean, go to the scores. I don't care what happens on the score. I'm just telling you what I think is likely to happen. Yeah. I mean, what happens? What makes bridge a unique card game? There are no 4 lunatics the same at any one table. Yeah? I mean, I might say to you in one hand, right? I expect this to happen, and 9 tables turn around and say to me, Thomas, that didn't happen. That could happen, by the way, right? Because sometimes we get ideas, but I'm just giving you the benefit of my experience of telling you what I think I would do, honestly, looking at the hand, never seen them before. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm a pass with the north hand. Although if it was the last board and I hadn't played a hand for a while, I might decide to be frisky. I would pass with the east hand and I would probably open with the south hand. Why? Even though I've only 9 points, why would I open? Non-suit, third in hand, non-vulnerable, avoid.
In diamonds.
Yeah, does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
And if we do open, we get some great news because it goes a club. What will the next hand likely bid?
Diamond.
And what will my partner do?
Support your
Oh, I bid a heart. Now we found a fit, haven't we?
I doubled in West.
Well, okay, you can double. Well, double shows by West shows shortness and support for the other three suits. Have you
Three
support for
suits,
hearts?
No, but I did.
That's why no, sorry. Double, I apologize. I've made a mistake. Double is 100%. I missed a card. Why is double correct by the West hand?
Because you have over 16 points.
Because you're very strong. My apologies. I miscounted the West hand, right? So again, anybody who makes a mistake, I make them all the time, every day of the week and twice on Sundays. My sisters and my mother tell me all the time, yeah? Lots of mistakes. So 18 points means you must start off by doubling because an overcall is limited to the number of points, isn't it? North will bid one heart, East will pass. What will South bid?
2 hearts.
Very good. Oh. 2 hearts.
Diamond.
What should West bid?
2 spades.
No.
Diamonds.
No.
No.
I passed.
Double.
Yeah. Partner, I want you to bid a suit, please.
Okay.
I don't have clubs and I don't have
Hearts.
and I must have about 18 or 19
points.
Fine.
because if I only had 12 points, what would I do?
Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I expect it to go pass. And I mean, East shouldn't be happy about this, but what should they bid?
3 diamonds.
And that's where you should play.
Did I say that?
So what did you end up in? Did any of the Souths open?
I passed.
First of all, did any of the Souths open?
No.
Right. So if you didn't open in the South seat, be aware that third in hand, you're allowed to be a little bit flahulach with your points because your partner is a passed hand. Does that make sense? I'd never open this hand first in hand. Never. But I would open a third in hand. Okay. The second thing is the double with 18 points, even though it doesn't have perfect shape. Okay. If they open. Now, if they don't open, it's going to go 1 diamond, isn't it? Pass, pass.
2 clubs.
No, I double. Shortness in.
Diamond.
Support for the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. What suit do we want to try to play in if we're north-south?
Hearts.
If you don't double, keep telling your partner you've a choice of suits. They won't know you have hearts. Yeah? So again, I'm an opener on third in hand on this hand. Notice third in hand non-vulnerable. Like somebody said to me, what do you need to open third in hand non-vulnerable, Thomas? I said 13 cards and a pulse. Yeah. I mean, you look for a reason to open rather than looking for a reason to pass. Whereas first and second in hand, I look for a reason to pass. Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
Opposite a third in hand partner, past partner. That's why we call it the 007, license to trill. The risk for you is less than the reward for the opposition potentially. Okay.
Why couldn't you open 2 clubs there?
That's 23 plus points.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So generally, I don't like opening 2 clubs with 9 points. I generally like to have a bit of a stronger hand. But if that's no, you're okay. There's no. We're only having a bit of banter, right? I don't want to upset anybody. But if that suit was diamonds or spades or hearts, well, then it wouldn't be unreasonable to open that third in hand, would it? A week 2. But you can't open a week 2 in clubs. All right. It's amazing how many people say that to me. Keep going. Yes.
Thomas, sorry, can I just interrupt to ask you? You said you don't play Gerber for suits, so do you play it for no trump?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Oh.
I thought you could play Gerber for suits. No.
No.
The man who invented the system, Mr. Gerber, said that Gerber is only to be used after an opening bid of 1 or 2 no trump. But of course, what are Irish people? We're a law unto ourselves, aren't we? We think, well, Mr. Gerber has learned this system. We know better. Now, explain to me why you play Gerber. Give me one of the reasons.
You look for aces or
Yeah,
kings.
but why do you play Gerber and not Blackwood?
It keeps the contract lower.
Now, you listen to that now. You've just said an oxymoron in bridge. You want to bid to a slam, don't you? But you want to keep the bidding low just in case.
Yes.
Doesn't make sense. You want to bid to a slam, but you want to keep... No. That's why Gerber is not supposed to be used. Gerber is not supposed to be used unless your partner has opened 1 no trump or 2 no trump. Now, if you do it, again, that's a sign. If you do it, it means you're doing something that is actually fundamentally wrong, because we shouldn't need to have 2 ways to ask for aces. Blackwood is the way we ask for aces when suits have been bid. Gerber is the way we ask for aces when no trump has been bid. And you don't mix them up. Okay?
Yeah.
But everybody's been telling me that for 30 years. So I always play Gerber to keep the bidding low, Thomas. Doesn't work like that. Pass. Pass. 1 spade. 5-5, come alive. 6-5, shut the door. 6 and 4 is 10, 13 points. What do you bid with the north hand?
Pass.
Yeah.
Double.
No, pass.
No.
And you want to know what type
Okay.
of pass it's called? A disciplined pass. Why?
You have a bid, but you can't make it over 1 spade.
Exactly. You have a bid, but you don't have any. You have enough points to make a bid, but you don't have a suitable bid. Absolutely spot on. What will the West Hand bid if you're playing 4-card majors?
1 no trump.
1 no trump.
If you're playing 5-card majors, what will the West Hand bid?
2 spades.
Very good. Yeah. So we'll go back to 1 no trump. If it goes 1 no trump, pass, 2 hearts, pass, 2 spades, pass, and you might even decide to bid showing 5-5, and that might be enough for your partner to take a little flutter and go to game. It doesn't work for you, by the way, but you might decide to do that. The other thing you might decide to do is what?
Why would you bother doing that, Thomas, when you found a fit, though?
Because that's why you'd bother doing it. You might be able to make game. How many losers does the West Hand have?
2.
5.
That's 2 tricks better than an opening bid. That's 2 tricks better than an opening bid. I know what some people might actually do over 2 spades. They might even actually do that, but I don't think that's right, because the 2 spade bid might not even be a 3-card suit. It might be false preference because they don't know you're 5-5. So what I would do is I would bid 3 hearts, showing out my shape and saying, partner, do you want to go to game? And partner might decide, because they've got these values in diamonds, that game isn't a good chance. Does that make sense? But they might decide that game is a good chance. All right. Any questions?
So would you say 3 spades there, or
Over 3 hearts, I would say 4 spades with East.
okay.
I wouldn't make it. I'm being honest with you. 4 hearts doesn't make. 4 spades doesn't make. But I'm telling you, I'd be honest that I think I might get there. I'd expect to lose. And there's an awful feedback coming in. Sorry. I'd expect to lose a diamond, 2 clubs, a heart, and a spade. I'd be disappointed that I didn't make it, but that's what I would expect to happen. Okay, 11. Pass from the south. Pass from the west. Again, 3rd in hand, I'm a bidder. 3rd in hand, I'll be bidding with the West Hand, but not 1st or 2nd. 7 and 8. If I'm playing strong no trump, what will I open?
No trump.
If I'm playing a weak no trump, what will I open?
1 club.
1 club.
Good. That should get a pass. 1 spade. Well, pass from the north now. Yeah, south now. Do you see that? Now, do you bid with the West Hand?
One
One
diamond.
heart, I bet.
Yeah, oh, well, one heart, one heart might be good, but you should be
One
promising
diamond.
5. One diamond is a little bit better, isn't it? And over one diamond, what can East now bid?
1 odd trump.
Because they're stacked in what suit?
Clubs.
Geez, they're 3 stops in them, haven't they? And they've a stop in a major and they've a stop in a spades. 2 no trump looks nice, doesn't it? Then it should go pass, pass, pass. Okay. Now, what did you end up in?
I don't remember.
2 diamonds by West.
That's fine as well, yeah.
2 hearts.
2 hearts by West.
How did you do in 2 hearts?
Down 1.
Okay, so if the 7 card fit was tricky for you, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do people keep a record of the contract they got to, just so
It's on your history. It's on your history.
Yeah, we're looking at it here.
Oh,
And it'll be uploaded to the website as well. We will upload the results to the website as well. Okay.
okay.
So if you can have your history open in the background if you want, and then you can tell me what board happens. Okay. We've 5 more boards and I'm going to plow through these. Okay. Next week, what I want you to do is put a little star, keep a record yourselves, and put a star beside any board with which you want to discuss. Okay, because we won't have time to analyze 16 boards. Some of them we'll have to plow through a little bit quicker. So we want to do the ones that just have problems with or that are interesting. The problem today is they're all bloody interesting, I guess. That's the problem. So it's a pass from the West, an opening bid of 1 heart from the North. Their intention will be to rebid diamonds if their partner changes the suit. Now, here's another example. Sorry. Now, the East hand, because their partner is a passed hand, is it well entitled to try to jam the auction. And they also have what? Perfect vulnerability, don't they? So what would I bid with the East hand in a tournament?
2 spades.
Yeah.
East hand.
Yeah. But if my partner wasn't a passed hand, I wouldn't do it. If I was vulnerable, I wouldn't do it. Do you see the difference, folks? Position and vulnerability is key to the level of aggression. Okay? Now, did anybody else bid with the West East hand?
Yeah, I did.
What did you bid?
2 spades.
Excellently done. And I'd say your opponents didn't manage to get the slam, did they?
No.
No. Did anybody manage to get the slam?
Yes.
Very good. So you see how the week 2, the overcall with the right vulnerability creates a problem, doesn't it? But I'm not doing it putting my neck on the block, Austin, yeah? If I was vulnerable, I wouldn't make that bid because then the penalty could far outstrip the risk, could far outstrip the reward. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yeah.
Now, 6 hearts is it? What should you bid? How do you get to 6 hearts, by the way?
Well, I use Gerber, so I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I said 4 clubs over the 1 spade.
We don't do that ever again. You can do it, by the way. I'm just telling you, it's as a principle, it's wrong.
Okay. Okay. That's a
Have
good.
you ever heard of splinters?
No.
Well, you need to have a think about splinters, because splinters is a way with which you can show this exact hand. Enough points to go to game, a fit for hearts, and a singleton.
Spade. Yeah.
That's a splinter bid. Now, isn't that gold dust for North, isn't it? What
Yes.
suit was North really worried about, most worried about?
Spades.
Spades.
And how many losers do they have now in spades?
1.
So that might be the only loser if they find out their partner has 3 aces. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah. No, that makes
So
perfect.
splinters are a mechanism. It's a convention with which you should be asking your teacher, whoever teaches you or coaches you or you go to classes with. Splinters is a convention with which you need to learn to be able to bid hands more effectively. Splinters, cue bidding, Roman key card, Blackwood. And that's why you don't play Gerber. Because if you play Gerber, you can't play splinters. You can't play cue bidding. And you don't need to ask for aces because we have a way of asking for aces already. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Redeal, 30. So we've 5 and 5 is 10. A weak note trump from the north hand or a diamond opening if you're playing strong note trump. If it goes a weak note trump, the next hand will pass. If they open a diamond, the east will still pass. Okay. So over one note trump, south doesn't have a good hand. What do they do?
Pass.
And west will. If west bids there, I don't mind, by the way, because where are they? In the pass out seat. Quality doesn't apply to passing out. Quality only applies if you're opening or making an overcall opposite a passed partner. In the fourth seat or opposite a passed partner, quality doesn't matter. Okay? I'd expect it to go either pass or 2 spades. What happened?
Pass, but if they're playing strong no trump, would you feel confident enough?
Yeah, so if they're playing strong no trump, the bidding should go like this. Oh, I can't. Oh, yeah.
Okay. No,
if they're playing strong no trump, I'll show you. This is the way I would expect it to go. 1 diamond, pass, 1 heart, 1 spade now. Because it's at the 1 level, you see. Pass, 2 hearts. That's what I'd expect to happen. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine, Thomas.
2 hearts. Okay. Yeah. That's what I'd expect to happen. Does that make sense, everybody? So 1 note trump if you're playing 1 note trump, or 2 hearts if you're playing a strong note trump. I know people are playing different systems, and I know both strong and weak note trump, so I can go through the analysis of both of them. Pass by the east. 1 spade by the south. Again, it's a scrabbly little bit of a hand, but I'd be bidding this hand because I'm 5-5 and I'm opposite a passed partner. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's fine.
Now, what would I bid with the north hand? Yeah. Why?
To stop West coming back.
Yeah, because you've got no points virtually, and
I have no points, and I've no tricks.
Yeah, you just want to stop the bidding. Yeah.
If we look at the east-west cards, what losers do they have? 1 in
diamonds.
No.
1 in hearts.
No, they don't have. Look at the cards in front of them.
They have 2 in spades.
They've 1 in spades.
1
they've a
in
singleton.
spades.
They've no in hearts. The heart finesse is correct. They've none in diamonds. They've the ace and the king, don't they? And they've 1 in clubs, which means they've only had many losers. 2. They make 5 hearts.
5.
They make 5 hearts. And how many?
Yeah, I made 5 hearts. Yeah.
Very well done. And how many does 4 spades go down?
4 spades were equal to 3 times.
4 spades made 3 times. It shouldn't, by the way.
Yeah.
It goes down to.
It should go down, shouldn't it? It should go down. Yeah. It should go down. But 4 spades going 1 down is a fantastic save if your opponents are able to make 450 points, aren't they?
Yeah.
And what have you done by bidding 4 spades? You put the pressure on east. They have to decide to bid at the 5 level now, don't they? Now that 4 spade is called a preemptive raise, a weak, freakish hand. It shows lots of spades and not a lot of points. Okay, it's used as a preemptive tool. All right. Now the penultimate board. I was going to say hopefully it's going to be easy, but none of them have been easy so far, have they? So this is a great hand. What do you open with the south hand?
Spade.
Yeah. But if you find a fit, your hand becomes much better, doesn't it? Yeah. So 1 spade. You might double with the west, mightn't you?
£10.
Yeah.
You might double, yeah. What will the north hand bid? Very good. Whether they bid or double or not. Pass. What will you bid with the south hand?
Three clubs.
3 clubs.
Yeah, I like 3 clubs. It's forcing. Can't be passed. Now your partner can show you they have.
Force.
And now you might even go looking for
Hasn't that forced me?
slam. Okay. I don't know whether you will or you won't, but what does slam depend? What does slam depend on? Picking up the
Aces.
No, you're going to lose the ace of hearts.
Queen of spades. You need to get the queen of spades.
Yeah. Now, normally, what would the right way to play spades be? The ace followed by the king, or the king followed by the ace. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But what did East tell you?
I never.
Yeah. What did East tell you, though? They were short in.
West said that,
Sorry, apologies. Yeah. Well, what did West tell you?
that they're short of spades.
Now, they might have a doubleton queen, but the double from West might tip the odds in favor of what? Let's say they lead a club. The doubleton West might tip you in favor of picking up the queen in the east hand. It might. Do you want to know the difference in percentage terms between the finesse and the drop?
Yeah.
2%. So the double might change the odds by making you think that East now has the queen of spades. I'm not saying it will, I'm just saying it might. Yeah. Because is the doubler more likely to have a singleton or a doubleton?
In other words, don't take the finesse.
Well, if they didn't double, right? If they didn't double, I would play this way. And I'd be disappointed. Okay. But when they double, I might decide now to play that way. The double might just tip me to work out that the queen of spades is now more likely to be with East. Okay. Not saying it will, I'm just giving you a little bit of a clue, right? And the last board, and we won't be as long as this next week, lads. We won't go through every board 10 minutes. We just pick the more difficult ones. That's a good one, isn't it, Austin? You can use that, by the way. I'd like to be quoted though on it, yeah? There's no bridge is a unique game because there's no 4 lunatics. It's true though. Have you ever played rubber bridge?
No.
Play rubber bridge and one person comes out and another person comes in, and it could be a completely different game because the person who left might be more aggressive. Pass by the west, pass by the north, pass by the east. 7 and 3 is 10, 14. What would I open this hand?
One no trump.
I'd open it if I'm playing a weak no trump. If I'm playing at a weak no trump, I don't open bad quality 5-card suits. I'd open this 1 no trump.
1 no trump.
Yeah. If I'm playing strong no trump, I'd open it
Heart.
1 heart.
1 heart.
But I'd open it 1 no trump, really. With 14 points, I'll open it 1 no trump. And I'd expect to play there. You see, if you open 1 heart, the problem is if your partner bids 2 diamonds, what do you rebid?
2 no trump.
No, but if you're playing strong no trump.
Yeah.
If you're playing weak no trump, right? And you don't open 1 no trump, you can't rebid 2 no trump, can you?
Why?
2 no trump would show 15 or 16 or 17.
Yeah.
If you play weak no trump and you rebid no trump, you're showing stronger than 12 to 14, aren't you?
Yeah.
So what
Thomas,
might you...
Thomas, do you open all 1 no trumps?
No.
With
if I have
5 majors?
No, I don't. I do a halfway house. If I have over half my points in my major, I will open the major. So imagine my major was ace, king, queen to 5. What would I open?
1 heart.
Yeah. Imagine my major was jack 10 to 5. What would I open?
Oh, not.
Imagine my major was queen to 5. What would I open? One no trump. Imagine my major was king, queen, jack, 10, 9. What would I open?
Heart.
Yeah, I only open the major if the major is so good that I can rebid it at the 2 level. Is that a good enough major to rebid at the 2 level?
No.
Therefore, I open.
One no trump.
It's a halfway house. That's what I do. And other people will always open. Other people will always open one no trump with a 5-card major. Some people will never open one no trump with a 5-card major. I open one no trump when my major is bad, and I open my major when over half my points are in my major. And that's a good halfway house, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right, folks. If you open one heart, you end up in 2 hearts, and that could be a bit of a disaster. If you open one no trump, you end up in one no trump, and you might be able to make more tricks.
Yeah.